Hey guys, Achy here. Welcome back to the series Free to Play to Max. If you're new around here, this series is about building up a fully self-sufficient main account starting off in free to play. In the last episode, we finally took on the mighty Jad and got ourselves that luxurious fire cape, After that, we went ahead and got ourselves full void, and that's where we left off last episode. In today's episode, we are going to be completing Monkey Madness 2, and then trying our luck at Demonic Gorilla, so let's get right into it. We are starting things off killing some Skeletal Wyverns. So it's almost bond time on the account, so I need some money, and it's pretty AFK, as long as you don't mess up the safe spot. And what I mean by that is if you attack the wyvern, once he's past a certain spot on the map, he will use his icy breath on you and just mess you up. Even if you got your elemental shield with you, it hits pretty hard, so it can be a little bit annoying sometimes, but it's some nice money, honestly. It's not bad. As you can see in my inventory here, I've brought in a decent amount of money. So we started with 5k amethyst bolts, and we're just gonna get some range experience and farm up some GP so that we can go do Monkey Madness 2 with no issue. And there we go with 82 range. Halfway, or I don't know, maybe a little more than halfway. I was actually almost done my grind, but all the boys wanted to go to Bandos, so I'm just throwing this clip in here right now just to plug the clan again. If you guys haven't joined, make sure to come join. We do trips like this fairly frequently. The more people we can get, the more we can go. So yeah, I mean, get your butts in here and let's go do some boss and get some loot, No drops for me this time. We are back at Wyverns and we got 400 bolts left. So I don't know if I said this already, but I started with 5k amethyst bolts. I'm just kind of curious how much I'm gonna make off that. And we are closing in on 83 range coming up here, so it's not the worst range experience, but since it's so AFK, it just kind of adds up over time, so makes it pretty decent. But I'll be back once we're done with all our bolts and we can see how much money we made. Here we go, the moment of truth. Nah, I'm just kidding. But on the loot tracker here, it says we got 10.2 mil. That's pretty fat. I don't think it's quite that high because I was camping there with range, so I'll have to subtract all those bones out of there. So I'm thinking more around like 7-8 mil or something. All the coin drops that I got, I went ahead and put into platinum tokens there. I'm just trying to organize it in my bank a little better because I like it being up there, where I can see it. But then my graceful's getting all out of whack. Oh god, it's a disaster. But I'm pretty happy with the loot so far. I mean, I'll be back right at the end here and show a grand total. Hell yeah, so it ended up being a little bit better than I thought. We did have 2.9 mil in cash already. So once we sell everything off here, we will see exactly how much we're going to be left off with. Which unfortunately isn't going to be that much actually, because I have to buy a bond too, but that's okay. As we progress the account and get it further along, money's going to become less and less of an issue. Look at that, 10 mil. Oh, and I forgot the tokens. So it's going to be like 11.5 mil. Now we did have a little bit of cash starting out, and we have to subtract the cost of the bolts. And then we gotta buy a bond, so we're only gonna have like 5 mil or so left to work with, but I think that's plenty enough to get some Slayer, do Monkey Madness 2, and yeah, let's get right into it. Before I was able to start Monkey Madness 2, I did have a few quests to do, a couple skills to get. I think just fire making to 60, so that took like an hour. But here we go. We're just about to wrap up Lunar Diplomacy. We did a Tale of Two Cats beforehand, but it was really fast, so not too much to say on that. I mean, 5k runecraft XP, that's kind of nice. The big unlock here, though, is the Lunar Spellbook. That is pretty useful. Can unlock some pretty good money-making methods with that as well, so that's pretty hype. Alright, so we're starting off Monkey Madness 2, and we're already running into some mad issues. Like, at the beginning, you gotta go through this sort of agility kind of course. And with Runelight, it is marked for you, but you gotta be a little bit careful. So for the most part, I had no issues navigating through, but since I was constantly on my channel or clan tab, I didn't see the in-game messages that were telling me something doesn't feel right about going this way. So I just kept repetitively going that way and wondering why I was falling, you know? I didn't get it. But I took a break, came back, and I realized what I was doing wrong. So if you're doing this quest, make sure to look out for those messages. Now, see, I did just fall there. Like, you're going to fall for sure. And I actually died when I was in here, so I didn't have another light source. It was just a big mess, honestly. But, I mean, if I can go through this and get it done, I believe in you guys. You can do it too. It's not as bad as you think. And also, you're not going to lose your graceful or anything. That's one of the main reasons I was so aggravated, because I thought I would have to regrind my graceful. I was like, oh my god, no. But we did it. So we are going to move on to the next spot, and yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck with it. Alright, so once you're done in the agility part, there's a monkey you have to fight at the end. You can safe spot him on the corner of the wall though, so it's fairly easy. Or you can flinch him, sorry, not safe spot him. Then the next spot is this annoying dock. You have to run by these monkeys, and if you're caught, they throw you off board. So that part really isn't too annoying. But as you get a little bit further, you have to get these explosives that you plant everywhere. You have to go to a certain spot to get the explosives, and if the monkeys see you, they'll throw you off, and your explosives will get all wet, and then you'll have to restart and go get the explosives. Then go to each individual spot and do it again. So if I'm being completely honest, I did die, or fall, quite a few times. This part was definitely less annoying than the agility part. But I think the best advice I can give anyone for this is just to slow down. I was just in such a hurry to get it done that I just kept, you know, probably getting caught when I shouldn't have. But yeah, with a little determination, take your time, you'll get it done. And yeah, now we'll move on to the boss part. Before you actually go ahead and fight Glow, you're gonna have to fight 2 tortured gorillas and 2 demonic gorillas. So the method that I used for it, because I just couldn't kill them all at the same time. I go in there and kill the first gorilla that doesn't use prayers. Then the second one will jump down that is using his prayers. And once he is praying protect from range and Neve gets on him, you can just come to where I'm standing on screen here and hide behind the rock. Once he is just about dead, you can run back in there and finish off the kill. And then for the next gorilla, we're going to be doing a similar method, and I'll be back once we are doing that, because it takes a while for Neve to kill them. Okay, so once the last gorilla comes down, and you have Neve attacking him again, I know I'm using range when I'm not really supposed to, but it's just easier to get him to follow me this way. So there's another rock on the other side of the room. Just keep attacking him, keep getting him to follow you. Oof, big hit, Jesus. I am not very good at fighting these. Oh, I had him safe spot there. I should have left him, but it's okay. So you can hide behind this rock, and then Neve will finish off the kill for you. So that's an easier method to get it done, because I was struggling to kill them too. So the first 2 stages of the boss are very easy. So in the first one, you literally can just safe spot him down the hallway. Then he moves into the next room. When he's in the second room, you're gonna have to hit him with range and then drag him back out here. And once he gets stuck in the doorway, you can just turn your prayers off and sit there and kill him. Once he gets down to a certain percentage, he moves again. And the third spot is definitely the hardest spot, but it's really not too bad. So there's a little bit of a method for it. I did mess it up quite a bit, but I still ended up getting the kill. And I did go ahead and bring a dark bow just so that I could, you know, hit him nice and hard when I did go. So you're going to want to turn on Protect from Magic and stand behind the mushroom. Attack Glow and then spam click back behind the mushroom. And then attack him again and immediately spam click back behind the mushroom. All you're going to have to do is keep repeating that, and it should be fairly easy. I will be back once we're at the end of the quest though. Hell yeah, here we go. So glad to finally have this quest out of the way. And look at that, honestly some good experience and 220 quest points. I'm pretty happy with that, can't complain. Hell yeah. it is time to go charge up our dark light so that we have an arc light to fight the demonic gorillas. We're also going to go ahead and get a black demon task, so that might take a couple tries. But if you didn't know, you can charge the dark light with 3 shards at a time, giving it 1,000 charges for every 3 shards. So I went ahead and farmed up 9. I just did some bursting on dust devils. Took maybe a couple hours or so. And there's the first 1,000. And there we go. Oh, I thought I'd do all of them. Okay, so 3,000 charges. I feel like that should be enough to at least farm like 100 or 200 so of the demonic gorillas, and hopefully we get lucky. Sweet, so we're finally here after all the grinding. And yeah, we got about 130 as a task, so we're on our first like 20 kills or so. And they're not as hard as I thought they would be, but I'm definitely pretty bad at switching my prayers and everything still. I don't know. I guess the best advice I could give people is to just focus on your prayers instead of switching to your weapon. So even right there, I should have switched to range first and then put on my gear. But over time, I slowly got better and the kills started to get a little faster. My first trip, I think I got like 3 kills my whole inventory. It was pretty bad. But I will be back at the end and we will see if we got lucky. Alright, here we go. So it was 132 demonic gorillas, bringing us a total of 2.9 mil. Now obviously I didn't get a Zenite drop, so my loot is quite a bit lower than expected. But I also can't really expect to get one at 130 when the drop rate is 1 in 300, you know, probably take a few more tasks. But I'm glad that I have these unlocked now, and in the future we are going to be doing some Slayer, unlocking gargoyles, and I figured anytime I get a black demon task, I'll just come to the gorillas and hopefully make some money. So yeah, 2.9 mil. I mean, could be worse, could be better, but I think that's where I'm going to end the episode for this week. Next week we are going to be finishing off Dragon Slayer 2, sorry, and probably just farming Vorkath. We're also going to be doing some Slayer, but yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in that episode. But until then, peace out.